All right, welcome everybody here to the Dirt Dog International Racing Network. I am your host, Jacob Keith, here for the Dirt Dog International Developmental Series, kicking off week number 5 here at USA International, also known as Lakeland. Ready to rip, rock, and roll? The Dirt Street Stocks ready to do their thing. 9 drivers have filed in here so far. We got a few more minutes left to practice, and we'll be ready to rip, rock, and roll here for the developmental series for Dirt Dog International's Racing Network here. Excuse me, sorry about that. But now it is that time, and we're going to have to ask you to please stand up, remove your hats as we do tonight's National Anthem.
what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, who were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner and wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
So these dirt street stocks doing their thing here at Lakeland, trying to put down the best possible lap they can here in practice before we rip rock and roll right into the main show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some dirt street stock action here at USA International. Although, while we do have a minute here, we're going to head on over and take a peek at the weather report for tonight's race event at USA. It looks like it's going to be 83 degrees out with 28% humidity. Partly cloudy with 5 miles an hour winds. Says we're at Lernerville, but we are not. We are here at USA International. I believe we're in Florida. We are in good Sunnyvale, Florida. I don't know if we're in Sunnyvale, but we're in Florida, nonetheless, at USA. Ready to rip rock and roll for the developmental series, the longest running dirt show on iRacing, the Dirt Dog International. These guys just ripping rock and rolling here. We see a couple of drivers coming around 1 and 2 out of the backstretch. But USA International could be a tricky track, long straights. And we got some decently wide corners, but everybody tries to fight for the bottom line there in the corners. So we will see how tonight's race event's going to end up folding out as the night goes on. Coming up after the dirt street stocks, we'll have the 358 modifieds kicking off the show right afterwards. So you ain't going to be wanting to go anywhere, and stay tuned for that. Also, if you're in on the league, go ahead and jump in and race with us here for the dirt street stocks or the 358s. Actually, I think the grid is starting now for the dirt street stocks. But we accept everybody with open arms here with Dirt Dogs. Starting here on the pole for the dirt street stocks tonight, the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Sean Stevens. Starting in the second spot to his outside, supposed to be the number 2 of Mr. Joshua Pac-Man Pack. There he is. Starting in the third spot, we got that 511 machine with Ryobi. Mr. Daniel Selleck. If he grids, we'll see if he grids. Starting to Mr. Selleck's outside, we got that 222 machine. The silver and purple Hunter, the big dog McCoy. There's the 511 YOB machine of Daniel Selleck. Here we got Matthew Richmond in the number 93 with Holly Carbs. Starting to Richmond's outside, we got that number 4 green and purple and black machine, Mr. David Lester. In the back here, in the last row, starting to the inside, Mr. Jordan Lee starting in the 7th position. And to the outside of him, we got the number 37 of Nicholas Lamb. So these drivers are ready to rip, rock, and roll here at Lakeland for the Dirt Street Stocks this week. We are running all divisions here at USA International. As we get ready to go green flag racing, Sean Stevens and Joshua Pack starting on the pole, ready to take the green flag at any moment. The lights off the pace truck. One more time around, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be green flag for the Dirt Street Stocks heat. Onto the back stretch, double file, nice tight formation up front. Pack and the 26 of Sean Stevens, ready to rip, rock, and roll. Pace truck going in, and these Dirt Street Stock drivers are ready to go. The YOB boys, nose to tail, green flag is out here for heat number 1. Ripping, rocking, rolling. These guys are doing their thing. And the Dirt Street Stocks coming down into 1 and 2. Sean Stevens has the number 2 machine of Joshua Pack following as he falls back into the line there. Now they're going 3 wide for the 2nd position as Hunter McCoy sits in the middle of Daniel Selleck and Joshua Pack. We got that number 4 machine worked his way up already. That's David Lester going to the inside, trying to get to the inside of the 511 of Daniel Selleck. Hunter McCoy all over the backside of Sean Stevens here as they are nose to tail for 3 cars on the backstretch. Into 3 and 4, the number 4 machine. David Lester trying to hold on to the back of Daniel Selleck as Selleck tries to poke to the inside of the 222 of Hunter McCoy. The 93 of Matthew Richmond there as Nicholas Lamb working to the inside. Jordan Melise trying to follow in suit right behind him. Nicholas Lamb digging deep down low. Holly Carbs in that number 93 machine. Matthew Richmond going to the outside here, battling for the 6th spot. Back up front here with Sean Stevens and Hunter McCoy trying to go to the outside. Daniel Selleck looking to use that outside edge right behind Hunter McCoy as his partner there, Sean Stevens, is down to the low side now, getting a run around the outside on the backstretch going into 3 and 4. Ripping, rocking, rolling, Hunter McCoy, the big dog, out front, the 22 machine. Looking to not look back as the 511 and the 26 getting a little squirrely back there. Daniel Selleck, though, looking to hang on to the 2nd spot as he's going to track down the big dog McCoy here from the 2nd position. Back here with Sean Stevens, and Sean Stevens now side by side with Joshua Pack. Pack trying to go to the outside, but we have 3 wide. There's the number 4 of David Lester. Tries to throw the slide job. Going to the outside of Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens coming back with the crossover. Nicholas Lamb makes a little contact. Joshua Pack straightening him back out. We are still green flag racing here at USA International. guys are ripping here at USA. The 5'11 of Daniel Selleck hanging on the second behind Hunter McCoy. And that 222 machine, the 26 here of Sean Stevens, able to hold off Joshua Peck and Nicholas Lamb. David Lester back there battling with Lamb right now as Lamb tries to go to the outside, not able to do so as they head on to the front stretch. White flag waving for the Dirt Street Stocks Heat. Coming around, checkered flag waving, Daniel Selleck still able to hang on to second, but not able to quite work the backside of Hunter McCoy. Sean Stevens taking third, and Hunter, the big dog McCoy,
yeah, I had the wrong gear right shot.
The heat number one here. Now we're going to fire up the grid for heat number two. Starting on the pole is the big dog himself who won the heat, or the heat number two. This is the feature. What am I talking about? This ain't the heat. Firing up the main event for the Dirt Street Stocks. The big dog sitting on the pole with Daniel Selleck to the outside with that 5'11 YOE machine. Sean Stevens starting third with Joshua Peck. Going to start fourth. Fifth going to be Nicholas Lamb in the 37 machine, with sixth being Mr. David Lester in the 4. The number 12 machine, we got Jordan Melise. And to his outside, we got the 93 Holly Carbs car, Matthew Richmond. Tailing the end of the field, the number 65 of Christopher Hill. So we're going to have 9 drivers here for Dirt Street Stock action here at USA International. 2 pace laps, and we'll be green flag action. Looks like Hunter McCoy taking the EOL there. So we will see exactly how this is going to pan out, if Hunter McCoy is going to be able to work his way through the pack to try to work his way back up into first. He was able to run away with the heat with the last few laps that he was able to get around Sean Stevens and Dan Selleck. But we will see as the Wyoming boys start on the pole. Waiting, looking, watching. The pace truck pulling off the green flag needs to come out. Sean Stevens to the low side of the 5'11 of Daniel Selleck. Pace truck's in, and the green flag is out. A little bit of shoving back there. Back in the Jordan Melise and Nicholas Lamb from the 65 of Chris Hill, but we're able to keep her clean and green as Jordan Melise goes to the outside to file right in suit behind Joshua Peck. Squarely coming off of 1 and 2 is Jordan Melise, but we got the top 4 bunched up side by side here. The 5'11 and the 26 of Sean Stevens, the Wyoming boys, still currently out front, putting lap number 1 in the books. USA, another one of them tracks, like I said earlier, it's just long straights, nice wide corners, but you really don't want to get wide, as you see a lot of these drivers fighting for that mid to low line, trying to keep as much momentum and time on one another as they can. Both of these Wyobe guys, though, going a little low there. Joshua Peck trying to pick up some time around the outside of the 511. Nicholas Lamb right to the tail side. One mistake just like that, and they're able to capitalize. Daniel Selleck not wanting to throw it away quite yet as Josh Peck is still to the outside. The 511 trying to come up. He's taking his spot back as they file in suit. Nose to tail. They're going to go back to double file. Sean Stevens going to try to get down low. Nicholas Lamb sending him sideways into the corner of number 1 and 2. Caution strikes the speedway. So we're going to go to the inside car cam here with Nicholas Lamb. He tries to come into 1 and 2. He just gets into that quarter panel of the 26 of Sean Stevens just a little too hard there, and bringing the yellow flag out. Not intentionally was that brought out. I don't believe they had any intention of trying to really wreck Sean there, but hey, man, it's racing. Everybody's trying to race hard, trying to get these points here. Everybody wanting to try to take that T-shirt if they're able to. We got to take the sound off. I forgot to do that, that's for sure. These guys are all talking in the chat, giving you a little bit of the inside view if I would have just shut up, but I didn't. Daniel Selleck currently in the lead. Now David Lester moving up into the second spot. Shout it out in the chat who you rooting on here tonight. We got the Wyobe boys, Daniel Selleck, and Sean Stevens up in the house tonight, the 26 and the 511. We also got Jordan Melise, David Lester, Hunter McCoy, Chris Hill, Matthew Richmond, Nicholas Lamb, Joshua Pack, all in the house tonight. These boys showing up to do some dirt street stock action here with the Dirt Dog International Developmental. Pretty much the whole point behind the developmental series is to see where our feet will be here in the the iRacing community. So when we mean we're calling this a developmental series, it's a developmental series for everything. Just so everybody knows that and it's clear. Changes can be made and will be made, and that's how it goes. Sometimes you got to do that, but we're trying to make the show perfect for each and every one of you guys out there who race with us or watch us, that like watching the shows and what we do here with the Dirt Dog International. We do it all for you. Daniel Selleck, though, and David Lester looking to take the green flag as they head into 3 of 4, and the pace truck pulls into the pits. Green flag is out. Daniel Selleck able to get the big jump on the number 4, David Lester. Nose to tail, Jordan Melise trying to stick his nose in there with Hunter McCoy. He's got the 26 of Sean Stevens down low. They were 4 wide, and now they're 3 wide back here for the 5th and 6th spot. Doubling back up, though, as they head into 3 of 4. Jordan Melise makes some contact with Hunter McCoy. Sending him into the wall there. Jordan Melise, Hunter McCoy heading to the tail end of the field. David Lester up here battling nose to tail, or side by side, excuse me, with Christopher Hill and that 65 machine. Awesome racing coming out of these Dirt Street Stocks division. These guys really know how to put on a show here with these Dirt Street Stocks. 20 laps. We're almost halfway there. We've had 2 runs caution striking the speedway so far. Can these guys keep it clean and green and under control? Sean Stevens trying to go to the inside of the number 65 of Christopher Hill. The number 4 here, David Lester, trying to hold him off here as they battle for second and third here. David Lester finding his legs there, trying to run away from Christopher Hill in the second spot. Right on board here with the number 37 of Nicholas Lamb behind the 26 of Sean Stevens, being the initial reason why he went to the back, towards the back. Nicholas Lamb trying to work his way to the backside again here to the 26 machine. Down into 3 and 4 onto the front stretch, still single file action. Here's the number 4. David Lester holds off Chris Hill and Sean Stevens. Nicholas Lamb trying to go to the inside to 65. Chris Hill 3 wide here with Nicholas Lamb down low to 226. Sean Stevens in the middle with Chris Hill to the outside. Onto the back stretch. They form out of 3 wide into double file into 3 and 4. Chris Hill still to the outside. Sean Stevens giving him a little tail whip there, sending the 65 machine up into the wall, sending him around. Caution's gonna strike the speedway. So now we're gonna have to head back and try to see exactly what went down there with Chris Hill as we're gonna ride to the cockpit of the number 5 or 65 here, trying to hang on to it, battling with him. Let's rewind that a little bit, see if we can get a little bit better view going in. Trying to hang on to the outside here. Sean Stevens comes up, applies the pressure, trying to see if he's able to keep on the outside. Not able to do so. The 26 trying to come up, clipping into Chris Hill as Chris Hill goes to the outside wall, spinning him around, bringing a caution out for the second time. What do you guys all think of the new Dirt Dog International replay logo? I know I like it. Made it myself. Threw it together real quick because I know that other one was getting all chopped up and cut off, so we decided to throw this one together for y'all. Ready to rip, rock, and roll. Restack these boys up in the Dirt Street stocks. We're a little over halfway home. Ready to do this again. Looks like race control going to go with a single file start as we get ready to go green flag, racing the pace truck, heads into the pits, and we are green flag ripping here at USA International. This track sure can be tricky. It can be tough. But these drivers able to hang on to what they got going on here. Daniel Selleck out front. David Lester in second. Sean Stevens in the third spot, battling with Nicholas Lamb to the inside in fourth. Joshua Peck pulling up the fifth spot here, rounding out the top five. As he's in and out to the outside, trying to hold on. Sean Stevens taking him a lap down, also with Nicholas Lamb following in suit, trying not to make any contact there with the blinky number 12. Hopefully Mr. Jordan Melise is able to hang on to her and keep her under control while he gets his internet situation fixed. See Sean Stevens still trying to hold on. Looks like Slam going out wide. Sean Stevens maybe running out of fuel or something. We'll see what happens there. Yellow flag strikes the speedway. Sure enough, that's exactly what it seems like. Sean Stevens not putting enough fuel in as he comes into 3 and 4, has to force her down. Not able to put enough fuel in just before the race. Bringing a yellow out here for the last time, I believe. And we're going to go green flag in just a few more pace laps. David Lester, Daniel Selleck still out front here. I believe we're seeing a couple of these drivers dropping from fuel issues. Not sure if Nicholas Lamb had enough fuel either, but it doesn't look like he's going to be finishing the race either as the green flag comes out. Daniel Selleck, David Lester, Joshua Peck currently the top 3. I believe there's going to be 3 laps left here to go. No, I'm wrong here. Coming around for the white flag wave. White flag's out. Back there towards the back of the pack. He's out wide there. Rutledge. Or Richmond, excuse me, as Melise to the inside. Number 4, David Lester out front of Hunter McCoy and Joshua Pack. McCoy going down low. Lester trying to hang on to it. McCoy, the big dog, coming around for the checkered flag waving. David Lester in that number 4 machine, able to hang on to her, taking the checkered flag home for the Dirt Street Stocks. Hunter McCoy finishing in second with Joshua Pack in third. What a Dirt Street Stock race. Awesome racing here, as always, out of these guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here with a quick driver's interview in just a moment. A little bit of contact on the back stretch there. Awesome race that David Lester takes home a win. And Hunter McCoy pulls up the second spot. These guys are so helpful, giving Daniel Selleck here a shove back to the pits. That's what this league's all about. We're trying to help everybody and anybody that wants to be a part of us. So don't go anywhere. We're going to try to pull these guys up for a quick driver's interview in just a moment. All right, so it looks like we're going to have to pull up Mr. Second Place finisher with the 22 machine of Mr. Hunter McCoy. The big dog, where'd you go? He went to the wrong chat. Sent him to the wrong one. The big dog, Hunter McCoy. You got me out there, brother?
Yeah, I got you.
Awesome, man. You had an awesome run. You ran away with the heat. And then you must be the race control say to the back. So you started the tail end of the field of the feature, but you worked your way back up towards the end. You finished in the second spot. Go ahead and give us the rundown of what was going in your mind in there, and the number 22 machine as you guys hit USA.
Yeah, just starting in the back, I did some adjustments to my setup, and I came halfway to fourth, and then I got put in the wall. I mean, I don't think it was intentional, Me and the dude Jordan, we raced all week. Can't be mad at him. But caution came out. I had to go to the pits real quick just to fix my right and get back out there, and came from last and finished second.
Well, you did amazing out there, bringing that thing up from the back and then coming back to the front. Is there anybody you want to thank at all for putting that 222 machine up here on the podium?
Yeah, I just gotta thank all my crew for getting me out here. All my sponsors on the car, can't thank them enough. Can't thank Mid-South Mafia, greatest team I've been on so far. And Nicholas for the amazing setup, for Jeff, and that's about it.
All right, man. Hats off to you. Taking second place here on the podium tonight, Mr. Hunter Mccoy, the big dog. Congratulations, brother. Now we're going to pull up tonight's first place finisher, Mr. David Lester, in at number 4. All right, Mr. Lester, up in the booth, man. You got a copy? Yo, David, up here in the booth, man. You got a copy? Can you hear me, brother?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. You and that number 4 machine were a rocket tonight. After the mishaps there with Sean Stevens running out of fuel and Daniel Selleck also just running out of fuel, you put that 4 machine out front and just didn't look back. Hunter Mccoy was on the tail side, but you were able to hang him off. Go ahead and give us the rundown of what was going through your mind as that last caution hit us and you were just trying to make your way up through.
Yeah, I was very thankful that they ran out of fuel because I don't think I was catching them if he didn't run out of fuel. And then Hunter behind me, I knew he was quick, but I knew if I just stayed on the top, I'd have the drive off in the corner and I'd have the speed on the straightaway. So I knew I'd be all right. So, yeah, that's about it.
Well, other than that, man, you were a rocket around them guys. Once the fuel started cutting, this thing just started to come alive, able to keep the 222 machine of Hunter Mccoy off your tail just for them last few laps. It pulled off, though. You were able to pull the victory out. Is there anybody you want to thank here tonight for being able to put that thing in victory lane?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for holding us racers somewhere to race. I also like to thank my team, Warrior Racing, Warrior Wraps, Pay to Win Setups, and I really thank y'all for allowing this to happen.
All right, man. Congratulations, Mr. David Lester, taking his third street stock, I believe the first one of the season here tonight. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to get ready to head on into the 358 modified race, so don't go anywhere because we'll be right back with some 358s in just a minute. Alrighty, it's that time. Alrighty. Already. Not already. It's all that time already that we go look at Lamb's Motorsports weather report for tonight's 358 modified. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Where's the button here? I'm trying to find it. There it is. Ready to rip, rock, and roll. So, it looks like it's going to be 79 degrees out with 46% humidity. 45, 46. Partly cloudy with 6 miles an hour wind. Ready to rip the little over a half-mile dirt track that is USA International. These 358 modifieds are coming up now. Ready to rip, rock, and roll. So we'll pull up the grid for tonight's 358 heat. Jeff Lamb starting here on the pole. And that 67 machine with the 22 of the big dog. Hunter McCoy starting to the outside. In the third spot, gridding up, waiting to grid up anyway. We got the number 60. Starting in third, Mr. Kevin Robinson. Starting fourth to the outside of Mr. Robinson, going to be the number 37 of Nicholas Lamb. And to the inside of, it looks like the 44D of David Lester, going to be Matthew Richmond. We got Aaron Gregory, the defending champ here, who's got 3 wins thus far in the 358 division. We're going to try to make it fourth, sitting second in points here, currently behind Nicholas Lamb. There's the 44D of David Lester, the 38 of Ryan Carlisle, and then the number 5 with YOB Machines, Mr. Daniel Selleck. So it looks like 8 cars making the show thus far. Ready to rip, rock, and roll. Jeff Lamb, Hunter McCoy going to start the 358s off here at USA International. Jeff Lamb to the inside, Hunter McCoy to the outside there in that 22 car. In the second row, the 93. Down low, Matthew Richmond of Nicholas Lamb. As the pace truck gets ready to pull off, they head into 3 and 4. Jeff Lamb setting the pace for Hunter McCoy to follow to the outside as they set a wide margin there. The green flag is out. Jeff Lamb getting a really good jump there on these 358s. We got somebody barrel rolling the 44D. David Lester down the front stretch here. We'll see exactly what happened. Not sure. See if we get a caution flag. I don't think we will. Heats usually don't conquer caution flags here. So. Jeff Lamb out front, Hunter McCoy trying to track him down the 93. Matthew Richmond in the third spot as Nicholas Lamb in the 37 to his tail in the fourth position. Aaron Gregory right behind Nicholas Lamb in fifth for the battle for the lead in points. Nicholas Lamb being like 60 points or something close to the 60 points ahead of Aaron Gregory there here for the 358 division. Nicholas Lamb looking to try to hold him off. Using that mid to high line coming out of 1-2 onto the backstretch. Jeff Lamb still currently out in the front. The 93 of Matthew Richmond trying to track him down. Coming around 3 and 4. All right, we're going to go ride to the inside car here with the 37 machine, Nicholas Lamb. Nicholas here trying to use that mid to low line. Coming out onto the front stretch, heading into 1 and 2 there. He's got Eric Gregory trying to put the slide job on as Gregory takes him over for the shot. A little bit of contact was made there from Gregory. Now Nicholas Lamb moving up, losing another spot there to Hunter McCoy in the 22. Gregory trying to chase these guys down. We're going to make another win in his book here. This is only the heat, though, for the 358. Aaron Gregory, get a little squirrely there. Go down, clip to the backside of Nicholas Lamb. Head to the backside of the pack here. Falling back to the 6th position. Losing quite a few spots there. Aaron Gregory there. Not exactly sure what was going on in that car there for this heat race, but we got Jeff Lamb and Nicholas Lamb with the play. Contact from Nick into Jeff. Jeff going around here in 3 and 4. Now we're going to see if the caution strikes here. It doesn't look like as this white flag is waving. Hunter McCoy in the 22 machine able to work around the 93 of Matthew Richmond, making the white flag come out onto the backstretch. They head into 3 and 4. The 22 machine using that low line, trying to get around or to stay out front here on the 93. Coming back up in front of Matthew Richmond. Checker flag waving. Hunter McCoy taking the heat for the 358s. Matthew Richmond in second and Ryan Carlisle in the 338 machine taking third, with Aaron Gregory in fourth in that 0X machine, and Nicholas Lamb tailing the end of the field, rounding out the top 5. So now we're going to pull up the grid for the main event feature here. After the Lamb brothers got a little contact in there, sending Jeff Lamb towards the back, we're going to see now Hunter McCoy starting here on the pole in that number 22 machine. So the big dog going to be on the pole with Matthew Richmond to his outside. There's Ryan Carlisle in the 38 machine. Matthew Richmond gridding in that number 93 Pillsbury car. Aaron Gregory going to start in the 4th spot with Nicholas Lamb in the 37 starting 5th. Daniel Selleck starting 6th, with 7th going to be Mr. Kevin Robinson. 60B machine. Look at that thing. That thing looks sweet. Not usually a yellow colored fan, but that thing looks good. Jeff Lamb to his outside in the star 67, which I got to fix that number for him, which I'm going to do that right after this racing. We got David Lester in a 44D, who was up on his lid at the start of that 358 race. Very unfortunate there. And then Jordan Melise, who was tailing the end of the field there, not making the heat race, but able to make his way for the feature event. Ready to rip, rock, and roll. These guys, Matthew Richmond and Ryan Carlisle, looking to take the green flag. Hunter McCoy looking to take a EOL as he heads to the back himself. So it looks like we're going to have 10 358 cars for 25 laps of 358 modified action here at USA International. Shout it out in the chat who you're rooting on here tonight to try to take this 358 modified win home. I know Aaron Gregory's got a team out there rooting him on, and I know these YOB guys do themselves too. So let's hear it in the chat. Shout it out as we get ready to count down the green. 3, 2. Actually, I'm counting way too early because they weren't even coming out. So it's like 3, 2, 1. Green flag is out. Heading getting into 1 and 2 there, side by side. Ryan Carlisle trying to hang on to the side of the 93 of Matthew Richmond. Richmond going to the outside. Nicholas and Gregory on a rail side by side together as they head into 1 and 2. Nicholas landing a hold on to the inside of the 0X of Aaron Gregory. Gregory hanging on to the second spot. Second spot, getting 2 positions. Matthew Richmond here as we ride on board, falling back into the 4th position behind Nicholas Lamb and that number 60 of Kevin Robinson working his way up here. Contact there from Matthew Richmond into Nicholas Lamb, trying to hold on to it. Nicholas Lamb and Matthew getting a little close here. But that's racing, ladies and gentlemen. Good, tight, nice, hard action here at USA International. Here comes Daniel Selleck trying to make his way around the outside of Matthew Richmond as well. Up into the 2nd spot, we got the 0X of Aaron Gregory. Trying to track down Ryan Carlisle in that 30 machine. The 60. Kevin Robinson not too far off. Slam over the outside. We got Daniel Selleck trying to poke his nose to the inside here in that number 5 car. Action going on everywhere here in the 358th division. Nicholas Lamb trying to hang on to the outside of Daniel Selleck still. But Matthew Richmond able to find some legs. Nicholas doing wheelies on the front stretch. Letting these guys by him, just trying to show off for the ladies out there in the stands. That's a good prime example of the reason why we always tell you folks to back away from the fence. Still 25 laps. These guys are winding them out. 7 laps down. We have about 15 laps to go. Action here with the number 93, Matthew. The number 5 of Daniel Selleck. Matthew Richmond trying to poke his nose to the inside here. Nicholas Lamb back there. Watching it all happen as we ride to the inside car. Caution strikes the speedway here for the 22 machine of Hunter, the big dog McCoy. Let's see exactly what happened there. The big dog to the outside of the 67, Jeff Lamb still trying to hang on to the outside. Jeff Lamb trying to hang on down low. Gives Hunter McCoy a little cock, a block there, a little chop block. Not meaning to. I don't think that was intentional. Jeff just slid up a little bit as he was in that slick stuff. And Hunter McCoy just happened to be there at the wrong time. Very unfortunate there for the 22 machines. They bring the yellow flag out here tonight. Oh, I hate it when it does this. I gotta reset it. Getting ready to go green flag, Jeff Lamb. And being the initial reason the yellow flag comes out, Jeff Lamb being the EOL. Gonna head to the back of the pack. So Ryan Carlisle and Aaron Gregory, we're gonna stack these guys up back in their spots. Get ready to go green flag racing here one more time. A little bit of blinking there from the 38 machine of Ryan Carlisle. We'll see how that affects him, if it affects him at all. Getting ready to jump to the start. Aaron Gregory to the outside, the 60 third spot. The number 5 of Daniel Selleck in 4th. Kevin Robinson to the inside of Selleck in that 60 car. The 38 machine to the inside of the 0X of Aaron Gregory. Pace truck is off. Brian Carlisle jumps the gun like crazy there. Looking like Aaron Gregory, Ryan Carlisle making some contact there. Sending some cars around. Yellow flag is going to hit the speedway again. Let's see the exact initiation of why the yellow flag was rethrown there. Ryan Carlisle was the one that wrecked. Ryan Carlisle jumps the gun. We'll see. Let's rewind that and go over the cockpit. Here we are riding on board with the number 38. As soon as that pace truck come off, he was ready to go ripping. Up into the wall. Aaron Gregory had some contact there. Looked a lot rougher from the outside of that 38 machine for sure. Let's check it out one more time. Almost bouncing off of every single car along the way. Selleck making his way back onto the track. Kevin Robinson, David Lester lining back up, side-by-side double file. Restart here. One more time at USA for the 358s, the 60 machine. Kevin Robinson to the inside of the 44D of David Lester. Aaron Gregory sitting in the 3rd spot. Nicholas at 4th. Battle. Sitting in the 2nd row. Green flag is out. Robinson looking to keep her clean and green here. Lester on the tail side of that number 60 car. 0X, Aaron Gregory, not too far off, but here comes the 22 machine. Oh, big dog. Hunter Mccoy trying to make his way back up through, now into the 4th spot, battling for 3rd with Aaron Gregory. Coming up from the 7th spot into the 1st position, gaining 6 positions here on the feature. David Lester not far off from those. He started in the 10th spot, coming up all the way from the back of the pack into 2nd. Trying to show what he's got here for the 60 car of Kevin Robinson. We ride on board here, right here with number 60 as well. Machine Hunter McCoy trying to stick his nose underneath the 44D. A little contact with the wall there. Either Aaron Gregory or Hunter McCoy. laps of 358 modified action here. The Legends will run 25 laps here as well. Coming up after the 358 modified race, we have the Legend cars. So sit tight, we will be Legend car racing. Yellow flag strikes for Mr. Jordan Release in the back. The number 12 car. Not exactly what happened to that thing, but looks like he's up into the wall again. Not having the best of luck here, Mr. Melise. As Kevin Robinson and David Lester looking to file back up and get ready for the green flag. The lights are off the pace truck, and we're getting ready to go green flag ripping. The 44D, David Lester to the outside of the 60B of Kevin Robinson. Coming out of 2 onto the back stretch. Getting ready to head into 3 and 4. These 358 drivers getting a little antsy. Of blinking from David Lester there in the 44D. Side by side, pace truck pulls off. Green flag is out. The slam getting a little squirrely on that start. 60 car Robinson. Go to the outside. The 22 of Hunter McCoy there is trying to go to the inside there as he fight Aaron Gregory for second. Always a USA International, the 44D, David Lester to the outside here of Hunter McCoy, the 22, as we ride on board with the big dog himself. Aaron Gregory in second, trying to track down the 60 car, Kevin Robinson. That 0 car going to the inside. Looks like Aaron Gregory got that front tire up off the ground just a little bit there, using that grass to help him turn to 60. Trying to hold on to first place here, because Aaron Gregory is going to move up in the second as he's quite on his tail. McCoy is trying to work that as well. A lot of fighting for the low line here in the street stocks. Also the 358s we are noticing. Battle up front, the number 60, Kevin Robinson. The 0X of Aaron Gregory. Robinson going low, shooting up high. Gregory stays out high, has the run coming to the backside of the 60. Out to the front stretch here. Coming out of 2. Trying to go to the inside. Aaron Gregory in that 0X, not able to do so. Kevin Robinson still holding him off. More laps left remaining, about 6 laps left to go. Looks like we got 3 wide with Nicholas Lamb back there in the middle as they file out in the double file. 5 car to the outside of Nicholas Lamb. Dan Selleck trying to hang on to his fourth position as Nicholas Lamb trying to take that fourth spot away. The 93, Matthew Richard trying to peek into the top 5 here. Nicholas Lamb getting a little squirrely, sending Matthew Richmond up into the wall, but he didn't hang on to it. So far, so good. With Richmond, and it looks like Carlisle able to work his way around Lamb and Richmond. Not sure what happened to Robinson, but we got a yellow flag out. It looks like Aaron Gregory was the cause, so let's head back for that. Trying to go inside on the tail. Aaron Gregory trying to poke to the inside as he gets real low to the inside wall. Sends Mr. Kevin Robinson up into the grandstands coming out of there. Very unfortunate. And we will have to send prayers out to Mr. Robinson's family there, because holy cow, he was murdered after that one. I don't think Gregory was intentionally trying to be able to take him out like that. He wasn't intentionally going for that. He was trying to just stick her down low, but he just pushed just a little too hard, and Kevin ended up facing the raw end of that. So hopefully these guys aren't too heated about it and they're able to talk it over. Very unfortunate. Mccoy looking to be pretty happy now as he's right where he wanted to be. Dan Selleck in the second spot. Third going to be Nicholas Lamb. Fourth going to be Matthew Richmond. Fifth, running up the top 5. The 38 machine of Ryan Carlisle. Pace truck getting ready to pull off. Hunter McCoy setting the pace for these guys. Pace truck is out. The green flag is out with it. Carlisle trying to put the slide job on somebody, not able to do it. The 93 machine. Pillsbury car, Matthew Richmond. Ryan Carlisle trying to put the slide job down, just barely able to do that. The 93 of Matthew Richmond trying to give him a little love tap, letting him know, hey, I'm here, but now I'm going to go to the inside and try to throw around here. Instead, he goes to the outside like Ryan at the bottom. Rounding out the top 4, Mr. Ryan Carlisle. White flag waving for Hunter McCoy and Dan Selleck. Boy, trying to hold off the big dog on the backstretch, coming down into 3 and 4, using that low line here. Dan Selleck to stay out high. They come out of 3 and 4, side by side. Nicholas Lamb trying to gain a spot, not able to do so. Check the flag waving. Hunter McCoy taking the win for the 358 modifieds. Don't go anywhere. We're going to try to pull these guys up for a quick interview. We'll be right back in just a minute. All right, we're going to pull up third place here, Mr. Nicholas Lamb. All right, Nick, up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do, sir.
All right, man. You had a hell of a run there, a little bit of beating and banging. These 358s expected here at USA International. But go ahead and give us the rundown of what it was like with the last few laps unfolding as all that chaos and stuff unfolded as well.
That was only pick the hole and try to get through the mess. That's all that really was. I was happy to finish third. There's a lot of tough guys out here tonight. But you know, there was 10 of them, but racing was pretty darn close. Probably anybody could have won this race. I thought I could have there at the end. But it was tight racing, fender to fender. Everybody was on top of each other. I was having fun out there.
Well, that's pretty much all it's about, is having fun. Hopefully a lot of these guys aren't going to be heated about stuff, because it was kind of a lot of fender to fender beating banging though. Is there anybody you want to thank for putting that 37 machine up here in the podium tonight?
Yeah, everybody here at Dirt Dog International, Chummy Motorsports, Lamb's Custom Decal, JLJ Enterprise Incorporated, Lamb's Motorsports, So Insane Embroidery, Live Golf Club, and everybody here that puts this broadcast, and everybody out there at TJ Esports and Design that makes some pretty good paintings for my asphalt guys.
All right, congratulations here, Mr. Nick, and we hope to talk to you again in the booth. Congratulations, pulling up a third. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to pull up Mr. Second Place, the 5 machine, Mr. Dan Selleck. All right, Mr. Selleck, man, up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, mate.
Dude, that thing was ripping rails around these guys as well. A lot of battling, beating and banging going on. Go ahead and give us your side of what was like after that last caution, letting them few laps unfold as all the chaos was going on.
Yeah, that was certainly interesting. Down the front straight there off that start where everyone piled in, I ended up on my lid. I'm happy that I ended up back on my wheels. But I sort of thought the race might be cooked then. I didn't think I'd be able to sort of come back from that. And but no, we started surging to the front. In fact, I think I had pace on there. Just didn't have enough laps.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it seems like a lot of these guys, throttle control has to be a thing with these guys or something, because you, my friend, being able to roll it over, bring her back up, able to finish in the second spot, wow, that's just amazing to me. Congratulations, though, taking second. Is there anybody you want to thank here tonight for putting that number 5 machine up in the podium?
Yeah, as always, YOB Racing. Thank the sponsors, Pertec, Cataclysm, CNC Race Designs, LCJ Carpentry, and CD Cinematography. And as always, Jacob, thank you, mate, for putting this on for us, and really appreciate it.
Awesome, man. Congratulations, Mr. Dan Selleck, taking second place here in the 358s, coming up from 6th to the second spot. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, mate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to try to pull up tonight's feature winner, the number 22 machine, the big dog, Mr. Hunter McCoy. All right, Mr. McCoy, up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, man. You were able to make that thing a rocket. You were pretty fast around that whole race, though, staying up towards the front. But you asked for the EOL in the beginning. You went from the back to the front, to the back, to the front. Lots of chaos going on. Go ahead and give us your side of what them last few laps were like after the yellow came out and struck the speedway there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I had a blast. Started last, and then as soon as I work my way up, I get wrecked. I had to go to the pits, and then once we go back green, it was so much chaos that there was a big pileup in turn 1. But so far, the car was so good until the end. After being in that pileup, just started being slow. I just had to figure something out to be a little bit faster, and then I'll figure it out. And somehow or another, I got the job done. Yeah.
Well, did you get the job done? You said it right there. You brought home the victory. The W is yours. Is there anybody you want to thank for bringing that 22 machine up in victory lane here tonight?
Yeah, I like to thank the fast chassis I got, my real chassis, my team, Mid-South Mafia, the Julius A Speed Shop for the fast setup, and you putting up the broadcast, and I think that's about it.
Well, all right. Congratulations, Mr. Hunter McCoy, pulling up a win here in the 358 division, and we look forward to talking to you again here for the 358s if you pick up another one here later on in the season. But congratulations yet again on your win here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to get ready for the Legend Cars. The Legend Cars lobby should be getting ready to head on up. Don't go anywhere. Don't even touch that dial. But now is a good time to stretch your legs, use the restroom, do whatever you may need to do. But just don't go too far, because we'll be right back with some Legend Cars action here in just a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirt Dog International Racing Network. I'm your host, Jacob Keith here. We're here live for the Legend Cars coming up next. 4 drivers file in so far. We got about 9 minutes left to practice. So hurry on in, drivers, and get in on the action here for the Legends at USA International. 25 laps of feature racing here for the Legend Cars. Some action you will not want to miss. So come on in and get your feet wet because we are ripping the Legend Cars here at USA International. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's pull up tonight's weather report of the evening, the Lambs Motorsports weather report of the evening for these 5 lonely little drivers of the Legend cars. Looks like 68 degrees out, 37% humidity, partly cloudy with 2 miles an hour wind. Ready to rip, rock, and roll here for the Legend cars. We are doing it. So starting up the grid here, we got Hunter McCoy starting on the pole. Starting to the outside in the second spot, though, we got the 777 machine. Oh, I lied. It's the 7L. David Lester. Hunter McCoy here in that 22 machine. Nicholas Lamb starting third with the 37 with his brother Jeff Lamb with the 67 to the outside. Aaron Gregory in that 0X machine, tailing the end of the field here as we have 5 little lonely drivers for the Legends class. I really wish that we could get people involved more with these Legend cars, as they are a blast to drive here. Well, just anywhere in general. They are a handful, but they are a blast to drive as well. As we get ready to take the green flag here for the Legend Cars Heat. Hunter McCoy down low to the outside, David Lester. Ready to go, green flag ripping. Pace truck is off and the green flag getting ready to go out. Here for the Legend cars coming out of 4. Lester to the outside. Hunter McCoy. Green flag is out. Action everywhere. Nick Lamb trying to go to the inside of Jeff Lamb there. Hunter McCoy trying to pitch to the inside of David Lester here. We got battles going on everywhere for the Legends cars coming around to put lap number 1 in the books. Oh, we got some contact with the 7 of David Lester and Aaron Gregory also being involved. Some of these guys heading to the back. Nicholas Lamb now going to be the current leader as the 37 machine drives onto the front stretch there. Hunter McCoy in the 22 machine trying to track down Nicholas Lamb in the 37. 8 laps for this heat number 1, or the only heat for the Legend cars. 5 cars made the show, and we're going to have 8 laps with a 25-lap feature. Nicholas Lamb still slinging these laps out here, trying to really hang on to that mid to low line, working it as Hunter McCoy just comes into frame onto the front stretch right behind him there. Looking to be about, say about 12, 13 car lengths away from Nicholas Lamb here. Getting ready to be almost a half a corner. Onto the back stretch with these legend cars. These guys know these legend cars like the back of their hand. That's why we have them here running in this division. Nicholas Lamb, Hunter McCoy practicing now. They do a lot of practicing together, these guys do. And if you pay attention to the hosted lobby, sometimes you'll just once in a while spot a Dirtdogs practice lobby and you can join in yourself. On the low side there, the 37 Nicholas Lamb still trying to hold off the 2200 McCoy. Not too far off though, the 7L of David Lester heading onto the front stretch as well. I believe 2 laps left here to go. White flag waving as Nicholas Lamb comes into 1 and 2. Onto the back stretch, coming out of 2 right now, the 37 machine. Looking to hold off Hunter McCoy, but Hunter McCoy not too far off of Nicholas Lamb here. Getting ready to go into 3 and 4. Nicholas Lamb holding off the 22 machine. The Hunter the big dog as the checker flag goes waving, coming out of 4. Nicholas Lamb takes the heat of the legend cars. So as we pull up the grid for tonight, Nick starting on the pole with Hunter McCoy starting to the outside. 7L going to be the inside and third with the outside of him, the 0X of Aaron Gregory. And tailing the end of the field here, that Star 67 machine, Jeff, the Orange Bomber Lamb. Legend car driving our hands in there, ready to go. One more time around under pace, and we will be green flag action for 25 laps of legend cars here at USA. Onto the back stretch, the 7L, David Lester. The 22, Hunter McCoy. Jeff Lamb, Aaron Gregory, Nicholas Lamb, all waiting for the green flag. As the pace truck is getting ready to pull in, coming out of 3 and 4. Lester, Hunter McCoy, looking for the green. Green flag is out as David Lester able to get a good jump on Hunter McCoy. McCoy, though, going to still give it to him on the backside tail. The 0X, Aaron Gregory now filing in suit right in front of the 67 of Jeff Lamb. USA International for the Legend cars. Lester trying to hold off McCoy. McCoy trying to go to the inside here early. Not going to wait as McCoy's going to try to push it on early. Like I said, it's 1-2 machine. Going to dig down low. Trying to work that thing. Hunter McCoy in that 22 machine. Looking like he's having a little bit of trouble staying with the 7L there. He's trying to push to get to the backside. But look who's coming here in that 0X. Aaron Gregory putting the hammer down. Two black and green machines up front. Looking like a team out here. Cheaters! We're going to see. No, I'm just kidding. So we got David Lester out front, Hunter McCoy in second, Gregory in third, Nicholas Lamb fourth, Jeff Lamb there in fifth. Nose to tail, 4 cars deep. Jeff Lamb trying to work his way to the backside of the group as well. The 0X. Aaron Gregory trying to hang with the 22 of Hunter McCoy as he fell off just a smidge there. We're going into 3 and 4. He gains a little bit more momentum on the 22 and the 7L here. You see Hunter McCoy on the inside of that car wheeling the best he can. There's the 0X. Aaron Gregory was able to get around him. Now the 0X praying on the 7L. Here comes Nicholas Lamb to the backside of the 22 as well here. The big dog, Hunter McCoy, trying to leave these guys, or hold these guys off there. Gregory getting a little loose. Hunter McCoy making his way back around the outside there. Gregory losing a lot of time. Lester's still out front. Hunter McCoy in second. Nicholas Lamb in the third spot. Shout out to Dave Is. Out there. Good Live Golf life. Tonight's racing brought to you by Chummy Motorsports. Lamb's custom decals. So embroidery insane. Or so insane embroidery. I always want to say that and all messed up. Dude knew why. Also, JLJ Enterprise Incorporated as well. Nick reminded me earlier that JLJ is a big part of our group as well. So hats off to JLJ Enterprise Incorporated as they have helped us ever since we were in the PlayStation days. Lester holding off the 22 with the 22. Hunter McCoy getting down low. A little slideways, trying to throw the slide job as he does. And here comes the crossover. Side-by-side action, little contact. Hunter McCoy going up into the wall there. Over onto his side on the backstretch. Ladies and gentlemen, back away from the fence. I believe we're going to stay green. Holy cow. Very unfortunate for Hunter McCoy. Because his legend car now is a little bit floppy. Not too good. But might be able to get her fixed, or maybe he brought another car. Nicholas Lamb now in third. David Lester out front, trying not to look back at all in this black-green machine. Is the 0 behind him. Aaron Gregory tries to catch him and work that backside from second. Lap 12 of 25. We're about halfway home now. And yellow flag strikes the field here. It looks like this one going to be on the 22 machine of Hunter Mccoy. McCoy there. Oh, excuse me, that was wrong. It's on Mr. David Lester. What it says here. Lester in the 7L has Gregory to the tail side here, trying to go to the outside. Wait a minute, the lights are already blinking. I'm not sure exactly why we had a caution there. But I guess it's going to be probably for the 22 machine of Hunter McCoy. So we'll re-rack these guys up, put them in their spots, and get them to where they need to be. And we will be rocking and rolling here in just a few minutes. Getting ready to go green flag action here for these Legend cars one more time. Pace truck getting ready to pull off. The green flag is out. Nicholas Lamb now has Hunter McCoy and the 0X Baron Gregory to deal with here. Side-by-side action. Gregory trying to go down low behind McCoy. Nicholas Lamb to the outside. Jeff Lamb looking to follow right and see if he's able to help out his brother in any way. The 67 and 37 nose to tail back there in the back of the pack. As the 0X sits in the third spot, trying to track down Hunter McCoy and David Lester. As them two sit out in front. Lester going to go down low. Hunter McCoy trying to go out high. A little bit of blinking from David Lester there. Got a caution out here again. It looks like for David Lester and Hunter McCoy. Not exactly sure what happened there. Let's check it out. A little bit of blanket from Lester. Hunter McCoy trying to go down low, looking like he's trying to throw the slide job, not able to do so as he was not cleared. The 7L being the victim in that situation, trying to hold that outside line. Hunter McCoy being the initial reason for the yellow flag there. rack them and stack them and line them back up. Here we go, 5 drivers. 15 laps down. We got about 10 laps left to go. Legend cars here at USA International. Stay tuned. We got the 360 sprint cars coming up here in just a few minutes. So we will be 360 sprint car action here as well. All 6 classes in attendance tonight for the USA International. Week number 5. Pace truck is off and the green flag is out. Nicholas Lamb applying the pressure quick as Jeff Lamb goes down low. A little bit of contact, 37 giving him the 67, a little tap there. Jeff Lamb up into the 2nd spot now. Gonna look to chase down Mr. Aaron Gregory. So Nicholas Lamb able to make his way around Jeff Lamb, moving up into the 2nd spot. Aaron Gregory still out front in the lead here, lap 18 of 25. Legends cars at USA International. It's tough with long straightaways, the wide corners. They're fighting for that bottom line, midline. It's tough track to run at here in these Legend cars if you do not have a setup, but I believe these guys are able to hang on to her and keep winding them down. Hunter Mccoy ended up not doing so good as he was having problems after his car hit the wall. Jeff Lamb there up into the wall, over onto his lid. Yellow flag should be out, red flag should be waving. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Step away from the fence. Aaron Gregory just being relentless out here, looking to dig these laps out. We're going to pull up the winner from tonight's Legend car action, being that there was only 5 cars. And we were going to give the Legends winner an interview quickly before the 360 sprint cars get to ripping, rocking, and rolling. 4 laps left here to go as they cross the flag now. Aaron Gregory ready to wind these laps out. David Lester not too far off, hanging on to the 2nd spot. Looks like Nicholas Lamb going down pit road as well, maybe out of fuel. These guys having a hard time with fuel night. 358s now in the Legends. So Aaron Gregory gonna hold off David Lester for 3 more laps. Looks like coming up onto Lester right now. Oh, that's Lester right there coming up onto Gregory, excuse me. White flag out waving here. Aaron Gregory coming by now as he comes into 3 and 2, or 2 and 1 there, excuse me, onto the backstretch. Gregory here in the 0X machine coming down into 3 and 4. And it looks like we're going to pull up Aaron Gregory for a quick little interview tonight, taking the checker flag as the checker flag waves coming out of 3 and 4. Congratulations to the 0X, Aaron Gregory, on taking tonight's Legends win. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some 360s action here in just a minute. Also, we're going to interview Mr. Aaron Gregory for his Legends win. All right, pulling up tonight's feature winner for the Legend Cars, Mr. Aaron Gregory. All right, Mr. Gregory, up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yeah.
All right, man. Lots of lead changing going on, lots of battling happening here at USA. Just go ahead and give us the rundown of them last few laps when you were able to hold off Mr. David Lester and the guys just started dropping off like flies.
David Lester drives like a dork. I'm pretty sure that's pretty obvious. And, I'm not going to feel bad for him. I don't care. If there is one person I would say ran for one but him, I think most of my sponsors, EVL, EST, ECG, just everyone out there, AGR, White Knuckle Setup Shop, just everyone out there that helps to put this car together. And, other than that, yeah.
All righty, man. Congratulations taking your Legend Car win here tonight. And hopefully we talk to you again in the booth sometime.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to get ready to switch over to the 360s sprint cars, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.